What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Steven Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel, the sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. All right, guys, what's up, man? Yeah, I cleaned up the face a little bit, guys. I even had to trim up the hair some. All right, so here's the deal, guys. I haven't really touched on one of the topics other than maybe some comments here and there. It has to deal with what happened a couple days ago with Josh Gordon. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I was I wasn't shocked that the Eagles didn't sign Josh Gordon, but I was shocked around the circumstances of what happened because I honestly didn't expect Josh Gordon to fall in the laps of the Eagles. I really thought somebody in the first like 16 picks or so were gonna probably pick him up. But I'll be honest with you. I'm a little perplexed to why the Philadelphia Eagles didn't gamble on Josh Gordon there. And if I'm going to be honest with you, we need to assess what's going on with these weapons. And look, there's not a lot that we know right now. There's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to diagnosing this. But with that said, guys, I am a little shocked that we decided to roll out there with a receiving core that includes Alshon Jeffrey, who's not 100% yet. I mean, he seems to be getting better each week, but there's something going on with the hamstring or something with him because he's not getting vertical down the field. He's never been really a big vertical guy, but he's always had an ability to really go up and go over a defender and get the ball. And there was one play in the end zone last week where it just felt like to me as if you could see he wasn't 100% because like he really didn't get up high for that football. Um, Deshaun Jackson, man, I hope Deshaun Jackson's Deshaun Jackson when he comes back if he's back today. But we don't know if we're getting 85, 90, 95, 99%, 50%. We don't know what percentage of Deshaun Jackson we're getting back right now. We know he's going to be playing with a little bit of an ailment in his stomach, his abdomen the entire year. So, you got those two guys, which are your two big guys in the receiving core. Following that, you got Nelson Aguilar, which I understand that if you put Aguilar in his proper role, like Aguilar becomes a serviceable piece. I get it. He's never going to be a number one in this league. It's just not. He can't handle that. He's not an outside receiver. I mean, you can run him there for a route or two, but that's not a guy that you want to keep lining up on the outside repeatedly. I get it. I get when you got Jackson in the game, you got Alshon in the game, you got Ertz, and you got Goddard in the game. That then Nelson Aguilar can really kind of benefit from that. I get it, guys. With that said, consistency with Aguilar. Aguilar has major issues with consistency. You look past Aguilar, and then you got Mac Hollins, who either isn't getting separation, doesn't understand the route tree, or Carson Wentz has no confidence in. And then you got J.J. Arcega-Whiteside that most of us on the fan base feel that he should be getting more opportunities. I mean, you can make the argument that he's Alshon's backup, but like, Christ, dude, it doesn't take that long to cross train somebody from the X to the Y. Like, come on. Like, we should have been using him forever ago. With that said, I don't know why we refuse to play J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, but the coaching staff has really not given him opportunities. And I don't know what Mac Hollins has done that makes them think that he's a more vertical threat in that role than J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. I think they're relatively similar, but I don't get it, guys. Which brings us back around to, obviously you got Goddard, obviously you got Ertz, and those guys, when things are ideal, are very good targets. We have a running game that is a strength. I mean, we do have guys like Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders who, they can get the job done. These are good football players. We got guys like Darren Sproles that in the right limited role, limited being the word, is a very explosive player. I like what I've seen out of Boston Scott. But the weapons are limited. I don't see how this staff doesn't look like at a guy like Josh Gordon and think like, oh, like this guy certainly won't help us upgrade the weapons we're throwing out there. I don't get it. Um, the only thing I can think of rationally, guys, is that we are really concerned about the fits in the locker room right now. And bringing in a guy that's had issues with substance abuse, who's had issues with off the field things, I think maybe we're being a little more conservative with personality than we normally are. And I hope this doesn't come back to bite us in the ass, really. But that said, I mean, maybe we're going to witness a different offensive philosophy. Maybe Doug Peterson is turning the page here, and maybe Josh Gordon does become such a necessary asset for the Eagles to have secured. I mean, maybe we're going more to a run first approach, utilizing the great receiving and blocking ability of our tight ends, and then using good possession receivers like Alshon Jeffrey. A vertical that can beat you if you get rocked to sleep in Deshaun Jackson. Maybe we're changing that offensive identity. We won't know that for a few games though. We really won't. So I don't know, guys. I'm out of ideas to why we might have passed on a guy like that outside of maybe the offensive philosophy is going to be changing, or maybe we just do not have confidence with bringing in some of these personalities to the locker room. Maybe we see the writing on the wall that we got way too much already going on in this locker room that we're not going to add anything else that could become, fuel for a fire. I don't know. These are my thoughts on it, guys. But you tell me what you guys think. I mean, why do you think the Eagles looked at a player like Josh Gordon, who is clearly an upgrade over at least two of the receivers on this football team, probably three, and decided, meh, we'll pass? You can say he's not a fit, but then you're trying to tell me you don't think that players like Gordon, Josh Gordon, and players like Deshaun Jackson don't have the ability to play in the slot, which I find to be a complete erroneous argument. They're completely able to play the slot. I think it's bullshit, personally. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And oh, yeah, it's game day, boys. And I'm about to go throw that jersey on. So it's time that we go EAGLES. Woo! Let's go, Eagles. Come on, baby. We need this victory today.